Hey WWE Universe, I'm back! So, I know I've been gone for a little bit. I was really sick for a while and then I just had I needed to get myself together and start feeling better, and I feel great now, mostly. And I can't find my glasses anywhere. Like, it's driving me nuts. I search for them. So you're gonna have to deal with me without glasses, and my lighting's a little weird because I am filming in my room, not where I usually film, so the light's a little odd, so I'm going to try to keep messing with it. But for right now, I look like a pasty ghost, which I am a pasty ghost, so this probably is what I really look like. Okay, so Monday Night Raw was last night. Let's get started on my review. First, we are in Montreal. Bret Hart has not been here for 15 years. And so, everybody was pretty stoked. When anybody's hometown hero comes home, everybody makes a big deal about it. But Bret Hart hadn't been there in such a long time that it was just like this monumental homecoming. And, everybody was just cheering for Bret and thank you, Bret, and singing and cheering and clapping. And it was really great. It's always great to see the WWE Universe just, acting, just insane. I love it. So he thanked everybody for everyone's support, but before he could really even say anything, CM Punk came out, and he just went on to, nobody's respecting him. He just went on and on about how Bret Hart doesn't know anything about respect, and if he would have faced Bret Hart 15 years ago, he would have altered the course of history if that was him and not HBK. And he also said that at Night of Champions, he vowed to keep his title. So that was a good way to start off Raw in a way, but then I was kind of like, you kind of expected it to happen. But I was glad to see Bret Hart back in the ring. He is always, it's really great to see him. Even though he may not be one of my favorites, it's always great to see a legend back in the ring. I look like I haven't slept in like 90 years. So next we have Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus The Miz and Antonio Cesaro. Antonio. And Oksana. Can't forget Oksana. She's beautiful. That was really embarrassing. I'm kind of, like, sleep deprived, so I'm sorry if I sound like a psycho. So I was really excited about this match. Let me fix this is driving me nuts. Okay. I was really excited to see this match because, I don't know, just everybody's so different in their styles. I was just excited to see it. Kofi and R-Truth really just work so well together. You can tell why they have continued to be the tag team champions. They just work so well together, and they're both just so talented. Antonio and The Miz really did a great job. I think, I was surprised they worked together, because you never know with those bad boys. It's like, I want my time in the spotlight. You're not getting any kind of thing. But I think they did pretty good together. Kofi ended up hitting Trouble in Paradise for the win. I don't know. I was kind of happy that they won, but then I was like, I like my bad boys winning. So, all in all, it was a great match, and I really enjoyed it. Next, we have David Otunga and Sheamus with Ricardo Rodriguez in the room. They were talking about the Brogue Kick, which has been banned as of Friday. And it, to me, it's just all crazy, and it's just like so much drama, it's ridiculous. And he was just, Sheamus was not taking any of this seriously. He was just being silly about it, not giving his last name, bringing Irish things up, I don't know, like, I love Sheamus, but he's kind of getting on my last nerve. I think he needs to lose the title, maybe have a heel turn, and I think that would just kind of revamp him a little bit. But I don't know. I just don't know what it is. I've just really gotten sick of him. which, you know, everybody probably says about when somebody's been champion for so long. You're like, eh. So, you know, he just wasn't taking anything seriously, and David Otunga kept bringing up, you know, people that have been injured by the brogue kick that are still feeling effects, like Chad Patton, of course, Ricardo Rodriguez, you know, just people that have experienced the brogue kick. And then Sheamus was kind of hinting, you know, I thought he was really going to kick David Otunga, and then he ended up kicking the camera, which was odd. And that was a pretty short segment, but I don't know, it was okay. It's kind of like a time taker upper. What? It just took up the time that I guess they didn't know what else to do. I don't know. It was okay though. Next we have a Divas match that lasted like a minute or two. I need to start timing these things, and like, because it was just terrible. Layla, Kaitlyn, and Eve were a team, and Alicia Fox, Beth Phoenix, and Natalya were a team. And I was like, this is weird, because I'm like, you know, Eve is kind of the bad-ish girl that's acting fake to be nice. Kaitlyn and Layla, you know, they're the good girls. I thought Natalya, I always have mixed feelings with her. I thought with Montreal, you know, her bringing Canada, maybe she would be the good girl. And then Beth Phoenix, I don't even know what's going on with Beth Phoenix. And then Alicia, I thought Alicia was a good girl, and I don't even know what they're just like throwing divas in the match. I don't know, but it was an okay match. Like, I enjoyed it. I actually watched it, which sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, or hey, I'm gonna get another drink or some snacks, or, you know, maybe I'm gonna go talk to my dad for a couple minutes. But I actually watched it. Eve did, everybody was kind of, you know, it was controversial tag. She kind of tagged herself in, hit a neck breaker, and won for her team. And then it was kind of weird, you know, Kaitlyn and Layla are facing each other for the Divas Championship on Sunday at Night of Champions, but Eve, you know, she lost. Kaitlyn becoming the #1 contender, Eve lost. So it was just weird that she was, you know, all excited and happy and just like, oh, my team won. And, you know, it's just, it was like so fake, and it's just ridiculous. But it was watchable. Good job. Next, we have Mr. WWE Champion, CM Punk. You got to vote on Twitter who you wanted to see CM Punk face. Would it be Randy Orton? Would it be Jerry Lawler? Or would it be Brodus Clay? I was like, Randy's gonna win. I mean, seriously. And what does Randy do? He wins like 75, 76%. I was like, that's like a no-brainer. You knew that was going to happen. I was really excited because I love seeing Randy Orton compete. He is such a talented guy. And, you know, CM Punk, regardless of what you feel about him, he is such a talented guy. So, all in all, it was a really good match. It was, you know, back and forth. It wasn't just somebody getting the crap beat out of him. It was really great. I really, really enjoyed it. Randy was getting ready to hit the RKO when Dolph Ziggler came out and attacked Randy from behind, which caused Randy to win by disqualification. And then CM Punk and Dolph Ziggler were kind of, you know, double teaming Randy when Jerry Lawler, who had been already, you know, in his outfit just in case he won, he had got up from the announce table and helped Randy. Which, when we went to a commercial, which it was so weird that they took a commercial while they were like beating each other up. I'm like, you know, I kind of want to watch this. Can you wait a minute or two? But then we go to commercial, and we come back to see a tag team match that AJ, which I'm surprised it wasn't Teddy, because you know how he loves them tag team matches. Holla holla playa. Yeah, that was embarrassing. But AJ made the match. Randy Orton and Jerry Lawler versus CM Punk and Mr. Ziggles, Dolph Ziggler himself. Mr. Ziggles. I was really excited to see this match. Everything makes me excited. Why do I even say that? It was just like, I love seeing tag team matches. I love wrestling in general. But it was just great to see. I was really excited to see Jerry Lawler wrestle. It's just, I love seeing the older guys, the legends, that, you know, you don't see anymore. I love seeing them get in the ring. I mean, I know we hear, excuse me, I'm kind of stuffy still. I know we hear Jerry on commentary every week, but it's just, I love seeing him compete. I think Randy and Jerry really did great together. In the middle of the match, you know, CM Punk, like, really wasn't trying to get tagged in the match, and then Paul Heyman walks down the ramp and comes over to CM Punk, and they start just talking and talking and talking about, like, you know, you could hear CM Punk saying, like, where's a good place in Montreal to eat? You know what the best thing about Montreal is? Getting out of here, taking the plane home, you know? So then Paul Heyman grabs CM Punk's title and hands it to him, and they're still just standing there talking while you can see the match going on in the back. Dolph Ziggler gets the RKO and causes Jerry and Randy to win, and CM Punk just kind of left. You know, he heard, was it Randy? I believe it was Randy's music they played, and I guess, you know, he just heard that, and he was like, whatever, and him and Paul went and walked in the back, and then when they were interviewed a few minutes after, CM Punk just said, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. And that was pretty much it. It was really odd. I don't know what exactly they're going for. Like, I know, you know, it's Paul Heyman, but still, like, is this going to be something huge? Or are they just going to keep continuing this on? Or is it just going to, like, be this insane? Are they going to make, like, CM Punk, like, mega super evil heel? Like, I don't really know. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Next, we have Heath Slater, who had faced Zack Ryder and lost and wanted another match with Zack Ryder, and Zack was like, I'm not facing you, but somebody else is, and he hinted, and you knew it was Ryback, and I was like, oh my god, poor Heath. Like, Heath cannot catch a break. So, obviously, like every match Ryback has, he just destroyed Heath in, like, a matter of seconds, and it was done. And Ryback needs a better opponent. Why won't you people listen to anybody? Ryback needs some competition, please. For God's sake, give him some competition. We need that. Somebody listen. Somebody watch this. Somebody watch this. Come on. Make him have some competition. I'm sure everybody on this earth is thinking the same thing. So next we have Kane and Daniel Bryan versus the Primetime Players. Before this happened, AJ, you know, Titus and Darren went and talked to AJ, and she was like, you know, you guys haven't defeated every tag team. Kane and Daniel Bryan were going to be the next tag team they faced, and whoever won would be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles at Night of Champions. So I was really happy Kane and Daniel Bryan, you know, ever since their little hugging it out thing and their, you know, their anger management classes, I was so excited to see them team up. So I think, you know, at first everybody's like, you know, they're having a disadvantage. They've been arguing, they've been fighting, they haven't been, you know, it's like, what on earth are they going to do that's going to help them win? So, as always, Darren and Titus just work so well together. They are both just so talented. And I was like, you know, I really didn't know which way the match was going to go. I really didn't. And, so, all of a sudden, like, Kane had chokeslammed Darren Young and gotten Titus O'Neil out of the ring, and it was pretty much, you knew Kane was going to cover him, and then Daniel Bryan makes a tag, and is, you know, he doesn't want Kane to win, he wants to outshine Kane. So, then Kane grabs Daniel Bryan, chokeslams him onto Darren Young, and you know, Daniel's just laying on top of Darren Young, but he's covering him. So the referee counts to 3, and Kane and Daniel Bryan are the new #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. And I was so happy, like, it's just like such a dysfunctional tag team that it's going to be just the best thing in the world to watch. And I can't wait for Sunday. Like, if they win these tag team titles, it's going to be, like, just hilarious to watch them try to get along, but then you know it's not going to work. So it's just I'm really excited about this match Sunday. Like, I've never been so excited about a tag team match for, like, I mean, it's been a long time since I've actually been pretty excited. So this is going to be great. Next we have, oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. Alberto Del Rio comes out to face Tyson Kidd, which I was so happy Tyson Kidd, you know, I was just excited about Tyson Kidd, because you, like, never, ever, ever see him really do much on anything anymore. So, Alberto Del Rio was just an angry little man. Angry big man. Angry man. Whatever he is. He was not happy. So, Tyson, I was surprised that he really, I thought Tyson had a pretty good chance. I was like, geez, can you be on my TV some more? Yeah. But then Alberto Del Rio put Tyson Kidd in the cross arm breaker. We all know what happens then. Wasn't happy about that. And Alberto Del Rio wasn't happy with just the win. So then he goes on to say, Sheamus doesn't have this brogue kick anymore. And if he uses it, Alberto's going to get that title on Sunday. So it's like, Alberto, shut up. Get off my TV. Go in the back. I don't want to hear you anymore. So I don't know. I think that's the one match like that and the Divas match I'm really not that excited for. But what can you do? Next we have Sheamus versus David Otunga. David Otunga needs to get his facial hair back because I don't like the way I love David Otunga, but he needs to get his facial hair back. Like, he just looks like odd to me. I don't know. But I just love David Otunga, and like I said earlier, Sheamus is just on my nerves. So honestly, I don't like the way they're just using David Otunga to be like a big punching bag. It was a really quick match. Sheamus hit the God, what is it called? Oh, his submission, the clover leaf, which that is like the manliest name for a move I've ever heard. I don't even know. The clover leaf. Anyway, he hit Otunga with that, and then after he won, he was gonna go up the ramp, go to the back, but then he turned around and hit the brogue kick on David Otunga, which everybody knows it has been, banned. And then AJ comes out, but before AJ can really even say anything, Booker T comes out and says if he uses that Sunday against Alberto Del Rio, he will be stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's going to make the match interesting. That's the one thing that's going to make that match interesting is, we know Sheamus can do it, but exactly how is he going to do it? Next we have Cody Rhodes versus Rey Mysterio, who looked like a big old banana, but he was a shiny banana. But I was really excited to see Cody. I think it was a really great match. It just was very interesting to me. I usually don't care for Rey Mysterio that much. I respect him, and I think he is such a talented man. But I don't know, I just really don't care for him. But I thought it was a really good match. I actually enjoyed watching Rey Mysterio, which maybe I'm getting sick again. So Rey Mysterio was, Cody was vulnerable. He could have been hit by the 619. And before Rey Mysterio could do that, The Miz came out, but then The Miz just didn't even do anything. I mean, he just, like, he didn't help Cody at all. But then Cody hits the Crossroads on Rey to pick up the win. And then The Miz gets hit with the Crossroads as well. And Cody holds up the Intercontinental Championship, which I hope to God this means we're having Cody-Miz feud. Don't even get me started on that. That is heavenly right there. So I really hope this means feud for Cody and Miz, because I will be one happy camper right here. And last but not least, we have Bret Hart, who is interviewing John Cena. Well, this isn't really last but not least, but this is Raw last. So I don't know, I wasn't excited to hear Bret Hart, but it's John Cena, so I was like, Bret Hart, you ask him 70 million questions. You go ahead. I want to listen to what John Cena has to say. So at first, John Cena, kind of brings up, kind of, in a way, comparing him, comparing John Cena to, top people. But John Cena says, people start booing, not agreeing with Bret Hart. And John says, I agree with these people. I haven't even earned to be compared to these amazing legends, like, HBK and all. And so we get if you guys want to watch it, they do have it on WWE.com. I'm not going to write down word for word because I was just staring and listening. So it is on WWE.com. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube too if you guys didn't get to watch the speech, because you need to watch it. Because then CM Punk, John Cena calls CM Punk a phony, and that just pissed CM Punk off. So then they just go back and forth. It's just freaking amazing promo. It's just, this is what they needed before a Night of Champions. This was perfect. It was amazing. You know, then John Cena starts talking, and I'm guessing it was French. I believe that's what it was. And then he calls CM Punk, like, he's like, "You son of a bitch." And then he's like, "I'm going to kick your ass Sunday." And I'm like, "Oh my God, where is this coming from?" And then, you know, him and CM Punk are just like going back and forth. That was at the end. But they're going back and forth, and there was just gold. It was amazing. That's what they needed right before Night of Champions. That was just perfect. I loved it. Amazing. So I cannot wait for Night of Champions. It's freaking, oh my God. Okay, so this is the most important part that happened during Raw. I'm probably going to get really teared up. I can already feel it. As a lot of you probably know, because it was all over Twitter, all over WWE.com, all over any of their Facebooks, if you follow any of the wrestling rumor sites or anything like that, Jerry Lawler collapsed during the actual Raw broadcast. I saw a lot of people looking the other way, and I was like, you know, is a wrestler like sitting in the stands? Is he coming to attack somebody? And you noticed a lot of people weren't even paying attention to Raw, or to the match that had been going on when Jerry Lawler collapsed. And then you notice Jerry Lawler's not there. And then Michael Cole, which, you know, you guys know how Michael Cole is. He's just, you know, the jerk, which I love, but he's just, you know, the mean guy. He is just holding back tears. It was hard to listen to him. Like, I started crying when I heard him talk about this. And sorry, Jerry Lawler was being given CPR, and sorry, it was just, you really didn't know what was going on, because they just said he had collapsed during the broadcast. This was not part of the show tonight. Like, Michael Cole, every time he would come out to give you a new update, he would say, "This is not part of the show," to make people know, like, look guys, this is serious stuff. You know, I saw some people at first being like, "Man, this is such crap. You guys are really trying to get us in." No, it's real. You guys need to notice, like, I get that they have storylines, but this is real. They're not going to play with some, I mean, that was some serious stuff. So he said that Jerry Lawler was being given CPR. Then we find out that he's being taken to a medical facility in Montreal. And then we find out that when they took him, he was breathing on his own, but they also had him on oxygen. Then we find out that he's responsive to lights, and you know, Michael Cole, he wouldn't be out. Like, they took him off broadcasting, which he had been broadcasting the match after Jerry Lawler collapsed, and after he kind of gave you an idea of what had happened, why Jerry Lawler wasn't sitting there. He didn't say anything. I mean, it broke my heart. Michael Cole, you could just see him like sitting like this, and you could see he wasn't even, they shouldn't have kept him out there that long. And honestly, I think, you know, maybe, I don't know, because there were a lot of reports that, you know, superstars were really upset about this. You know, everybody, of course, it's Jerry Lawler, it's somebody that is in the WWE that's very important to everybody. I mean, he's been a wrestler for such a long time, and, you know, he's been a commentator for just forever. And, you know, during the show, you could see that, like, I feel like it just wasn't right to have these people keep going on. Which I understand. You know, if I was at that show, I think I would have understood, you know, this is serious. I don't think the wrestlers could even really think straight. You know, so I'm sure they can, because, you know, they kind of have to put on, you know, we're putting on this show for all these people that paid, you know. So I think they kind of try to be in that mindset. But then also, it's Jerry Lawler, and it's somebody that means so much to everybody. And it was just so hard to just even, it was very hard for me to even pay attention to Raw after that. I was so upset. I had my Twitter, like, I usually just throw my phone to my side because my Twitter keeps going off. I kept my phone right there. Every update that I could find that was, like, real serious to WWE, I would right there. I wanted to know everything that was happening. And if you guys don't know, as of this morning, it was declared that he did have a heart attack at ringside. And I believe the last thing that I had just recently read before I made this video, he was in like a cardiac, I don't remember the exact name of it, but you know, it was like a unit for, I'm guessing people that have had heart attacks. I don't really remember the exact name of it, but he was also he was going to have surgery, and I believe he already had surgery. As to my understanding, he's already had the surgery, and they're keeping him in that cardiac unit until his vitals and all are stable. So please, everybody, keep Jerry Lawler in your prayers. I mean, you don't really know how much somebody means to you until, you know, like something like one of your favorite wrestlers getting hurt, and then when they come back, it's like, I did not know how much I miss this person. But you know, they're just hurt. Even though that is a serious, they have serious injuries. This was a heart attack. Jerry Lawler had pretty much just finished wrestling, and that could have happened to him in the ring. I mean, thank God he wasn't wrestling, and it wasn't on TV, like actually right in front of our faces. That I don't even know what I would have done, please, everybody, keep Jerry Lawler in your prayers. If you're on Twitter, hashtag pray for Lawler. Just please keep him in your thoughts. Check www.com, or they also, WWE's Twitter has been tweeting the results too, so that's how you can stay updated to everything. So please, guys, keep Jerry in your prayers, because I know he can do this. He's such a strong individual. I know he's gonna get through this. So I hope you all enjoy your day, and I will be seeing you for SmackDown, and then I will also be making a video for Night of Champions. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.